and hopefully we can influence more. And if no-gi gets more popular, then IBJJF has to adapt. And I hope they change the gi rules, and that
what
makes gi way
sorry,
more.
What do you think some good changes would be?
They should really clear the stalling rules, that you can't hold superior grips for maybe over 20 seconds. Because in judo, let's say, if you have a same side sleeve and collar, you can only hold it 5 seconds, you get penalized. Because it's a so dominant grip, you know. If you grab a belt in judo, 5 seconds, you have to let go or throw. So in jiu-jitsu, you can have a ridiculous grips for 10 minutes, you know. So there has to be some way to penalize like stalling gripping. Yeah, that's because clearly this is how it's used. Plus, introduce leg locks. Come on, let's put the heel hooks in a gi. I hate the saying, there's no heel hooks in a gi. Yes, there is. It's jiu-jitsu. No gi and gi, let's make heel hooks happen.
Okay, just to play devil's advocate, because I think that would be a cool thing to do to reduce stalling. But what about on the flip side of like, should there be a time limit for how long you can be defensive for, right? Using your defensive postures, like should that be called for stalling if it's too long? Like, what do you think?
Yes, sport is sport, and the rules has to encourage stalling. Also take the subjectivity out of referees' hands. But if I think in judo you have right now, if you stay in side control 20 seconds, you get also penalized in top. And I guess if you clearly staying in turtle and don't move, and then also I would think maybe penalize also defending, too much. But people are only defending because they're under pressure. And I think that usually, let's say, let's say judo, I think if you walk away and disengage, that's also penalized, But judo most likely penalizes dominant grips because you had a chance and you don't take it. You just use dominant grips for stalling, So in jiu-jitsu also, if you have a side control and if you don't create any transitions, any stuff, the other person doesn't have a chance to escape. So, why would you penalize the escaper? Because dominant person, they should have an action because they lead, so they could use this dominant position for attacks. So I think we should penalize definitely the passers walking backwards in a guard, and then side control, mount, whatever the stalling positions, that somebody uses dominant position for stalling. That is way, so to speak, easier and bad than using defensive position for stalling, So, because you can still get points, I guess, if somebody stalls or somebody, knee and belly, whatever, in side control. So, but I clearly over-stalling in both ways should be penalized because you go there to fight, and you roll differently than, when you study and when you do in a gym. You go there to, make a point.